spicy today. Hey, can we stop for some burgers? I'm getting hungry. We can still hold a rally today, right?
I didn't sign up for this.
What's up, guys? Spenny. What's the country worth exactly? Well, it kind of depends on the country. Honestly, they're more naturally rich countries because of their resources. So let's take a country like Venezuela, where we just black bag a dictator and threw him in the back of the chopper in the middle of the night. Pretty badass. How much is Venezuela worth? Well, even with the incompetent communists running and destroying everything, they got $18 trillion worth of oil, the largest proven oil reserves in the world. They have also one of the largest iron ore deposits on Earth up in their mountainsides. They also have diamonds and gold, and they have lithium, precious metals that are scattering some of the most mineral-rich mountains on Earth. And so if you were to extract all of that, you'd be talking the GDP of, like, well, the world. You're talking trillions and trillions of dollars. And so that's a lot of money to have on the line in a place like Venezuela. And if you're deposing the dictator in the dark of night with Delta Force, then there's probably going to be some people that are very pissed off about that. You know, people would kill for less. And President Trump isn't just doing that to Venezuela, he's doing that to other mineral and resource-rich countries like Cuba and Greenland and Iran and so on, changing the trajectory for all of our enemies, like China no longer gets Venezuelan oil. Same with Russia. These are the kind of things that, like, collapse nations like China. They can't fund the BRICS currency. They can't fund their AI. They don't have their cheap, accessible oil. Then China collapses. So how much is that worth? What kind of money is Trump playing with on the table? Well, unspeakable amounts. And so a bullet is a pretty cheap way to get rid of the world's, biggest problem if you're one of America's enemies. Because Donald Trump is truly making America great again, making us an empire in the very definition of the word. So anyway, the point is that there's a lot of people that would be inspired to harm Donald Trump, not just for political reasons, but for survival, right? If you're one of America's enemies. And this has happened before. It's something that I find still chilling to this day. Iran released a video of a attack on President Trump from the bushes. This is from an Iranian state TV agency, where there was an attack. A shooter from the bushes, in this case a drone, goes up and shoots and kills Donald Trump inside of his Mar-a-Lago golf course and compound. And so Trump gets shot from the bushes while he's playing golf. Well, this is precisely what happened with Ryan Ralph, who stood in the bushes right next to Trump's golf course and did exactly this. I don't know if this is predictive programming or not, but sure as hell looks like it. Oh, very similar, and even had the same plot as the Iranian video there, standing there in Palm Beach, taking shots at Trump from the bushes during golf. And so we've seen some really creepy things happen with President Trump, like when there was a deer stand set up that looked right out at President Trump's boarding and deboarding ramp staircase for Air Force One, Palm Beach Airport. Hunting stand for all the whitetail in Southern Boulevard, located directly across from Palm Beach International Airport, in the medium of major highway directly facing Air Force One stairs, 200 yards. Police Secret Service did a great job in finding this. They found a deer hunting stand near the Air Force One landing area, and they took it down and destroyed it. Thank God nothing happened, but there's only one explanation for a deer stand that had clear view of where President Trump exits Air Force One, right, like this. And this is Donald Trump sort of out in clear view, out in the open, when he's walking down the staircase. Was this a plot? Was this plot foiled? FBI dismantled the hunting stand, direct sight of President Trump, and they took it to labs that could hunt down whoever set it up. We still don't know exactly what or who set that up, but we do know that President Trump is under constant threat. in Palm Beach and in Florida, when he travels down here, there have been multiple assassination attempts on Donald Trump's life down here. And there's, again, like more people than ever who have some kind of axe to grind, you know, against Trump. You're talking, this is where the deer stand was, by the way. This is where the deer stand was. This is the coordinates. And then this is, of course, the airport right here. You can see there really is no reason to put up a deer stand. President Trump has not had extremely sharp protection. I think it's been fine. I'm not here to like dog on the Secret Service right now, but I gotta tell you, man, he went into this restaurant and there were a bunch of protesters in there. People claim that Marjorie Taylor Greene might have set up the president. Don't know. That was just the claim from the White House. Secret Service missed a Glock in the bag at Trump's Virginia golf course last week. Secret Service missed Glock in bag at Trump golf course. And now, here we go. Trump motorcade rerouted after suspicious device discovered by Secret Service at Florida Airport. Florida Airport all over again. Here we go. Donald Trump motorcade rerouted on Sunday. Secret Service discovered suspicious devices. White House Press Secretary Carolyn Leavitt shared the news. During an advanced sweep of Palm Beach Airport, a suspicious object was discovered by the Secret Service. Further investigation warranted the presidential motorcade route was adjusted. So something dangerous enough, you know, they don't do this for like a bowling ball. It's something that caused enough fear or concern that they changed the motorcade route, a big thing to do. The motorcade then took an unusual route to the Palm Beach Airport, making a circular route around the town as police motorcycles raced alongside. The press fans were so close together that they almost crashed into each other during a slowdown, taking a turn and braking to avoid collisions. Drivers, the press fans were instructed to keep it tight. Air Force One was seen as the opposite of the airport, usually located. Lights outside the plane were moved off as the motorcade arrived. The president, now on board Air Force One, heading back to the White House, telling reporters that the leaders of Iran are starting to cross a red line, demonstrates the country will continue. Demonstrations in the country continue, right? I mean, Iran is in flames. So, yikes. These are violent leaders. I don't know what's going on. This is President Trump. He started to crash out on like a ton of other countries and so on. But here we go. Here's the pool report. Hello from Washington. White House sends this along. During advanced sweep of PBI Airport, an object was discovered, and the Secret Service investigation warranted a change in route for the presidential motorcade. So they found something. They found some suspicious package. Happy to report to you that President Trump boarded the flight here. You can see President Trump boarding, but like not at the usual location and sort of under the cover of darkness. In this instance, you see Donald Trump there sort of walking in, the press filming. Not the typical sort of magisterial ascension that Trump has. So it looked like they were wanting to get out of there and get out in a hurry. Capital commute, Air Force One is wheels up, Palm Beach, heads back to Washington, D.C. So Trump headed back to D.C., and then this was Trump's arrival in D.C. Again, dark for security purposes. So there must have been some type of heightened threat. But they changed Trump's route. And listen, there's been enough, there's been enough of this, right? There's been enough. You can't tell me there's zero coordination with Ryan Ralph, who effectively followed this plot from the Iranians to shoot Trump while he's golfing from the bushes. Okay. Got it. Doubt it. Look at that. They're bragging about it at this point. Pray for President Trump. Safety of our leader. These times have never been more dire because when evil is desperate, it lashes out. And it often lashes out by trying to kill. Thankfully, President Trump is well protected. Prayers for Secret Service too. It's your boy Benny. Like, share, subscribe. Stay safe out there.